Give you this new constellation of articles that ties into this as data points for you. Then I'll get into other news. Ahead of a big special report, we saw this, we noticed this yesterday, and I talked about it and showed it on TV for radio listeners. They can go to the archive of PrisonPlanet.tv and see it, because most of our listeners, most people that listen or watch the show are just radio listeners, probably 95%. Over 90%. The rest watch us on PrisonPlanet.tv and INFOWARS.com/show. But Rachel Maddow told a whole bunch of lies. She said that the veterans came on Sunday and threw barricades at police. She said they attacked the police first. She said that the police weren't paid. We went and looked it up. Those police are paid. They're all paid. All the police on duty are paid. There's some administrative in D.C. For the district, but then also the federal police, the White House police, the Capitol Police, they're all there, all essential, 80+%. And that's been on the news. Rachel Maddow lied and said that they were not being paid while they were being attacked. And then she kept cutting to the same video we showed last Sunday on a live feed and then clipped out and kept showing of the veterans being charged by riot police who then hit them with billy clubs, shoving them back, and then the veterans push back the young police. Guy looks like he's 75 and just, throws this one cop back, and the cops are shaking in fear. That's just ridiculous, because they only hire trendies now. And these people, all they think about is protecting themselves and socialism and, the great utopia. They're not warriors, folks. Police all day now only worry about their safety, which you should worry about your safety, but that's secondary. You should not have that job if you're shaking in your boots in fear. You shouldn't be a soldier. You shouldn't be a cop. It's ridiculous. But again, that's the nanny state. Get them in that mindset. Now they're not protectors except for their own butts. But the point is, so instead we have all these videos of them bullying women and people in wheelchairs. They would go around younger troops or guys that looked like, they had a little bit of sauce in them, had a can of whoop butt in their pocket, and they would literally go and then attack wheelchair people and shove them and hit them, and because that's what they do. They are just a pack of scum. And they always have special units now in every big city department that are the trendy police who kind of just waddle around and, who was the sports guy that talks real effeminate? Not Bob Costas. No, the sports guy. He would like jump around and do jazzercise and all that early stuff. Richard Simmons. It's basically Richard Simmons in combat gear. And then going, I'm giving you a ticket for walking on the sidewalk on the edge of federal property at the National Mall. Oh, you're foreign students coming to see the Great Lakes? We're going to arrest you. Oh, you're coming to see the West Coast by Seattle? You didn't know this was federal property? I'm writing you all $125 tickets. Now let's get ready to do some exercises. I mean, it is amazing to see the rule of the parasite, the rule of the coward, the rule of the trendy. They just showed a clip of Richard Simmons. No offense to him. Nothing against how he talks. But he's not out there trying to be a commando. I mean, that's really the difference here. It's just the affront of them coming over. And then Rachel Maddow, this is coming up at the bottom of the hour, Rachel Maddow comes over and keeps showing the clip of the old guy shoving the cop back. And she goes, they attacked them with no pay. And she knows she's lying. Everything she says is a lie. I mean, it's amazing to see 100% lies. I mean, it's hard to just be a pure liar. I mean, it takes skill to invert reality. But that's what the enemy does, and they are an enemy group. They see us as the enemy. They know we're the enemy. Their white papers are out, folks. These are military operations. I'll guarantee you, Rachel Maddow and her top producers and the people at that facility hold rank in the New World Order, hold corporate and many times intelligence rank. It's come out of Anderson Cooper's CIA. I mean, most of the top anchors and people you see on CNN, MSNBC especially, are agents of foreign powers. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, these are agents of foreign powers, agents of the foreign banks who get taxpayer money with stimulus money and the rest of it, worse than NPR, and they're up there waging war, editing video of the cops ramming into vets. And the vets, notice she has no audio, too, because the vets are like, we're peaceful, we're peaceful. And they keep ramming them, so they push them back, and then the police urinate, basically, on themselves and start shaking. You mean we don't just get to attack people, and then nothing else comes back? It'd be like if they had UFC for Trendies, and they walk into the ring, Simmons, walks into the ring in a diaper, and then whoever he's going to beat up is chained up in a chair, and then he comes up and starts whacking him with a baseball bat, going, "Trendy, trendy, I mean, that's what they think this is. We ought to do UFC for Trendies. You have, like, some huge top El Guapo or something, at his peak or whatever, and chained up, can't even move, hands are chained down, and then just have Simmons just hop around, maybe with a small hatchet. Like whoever the top UFC guy is, one of those monkeys where they chain them down and beat the top of their head out and then eat the brain live. And just have Trendies dance around in tutus with small hatchets, hacking whoever the toughest person is in the head. And then they all just eat their brain while troops with machine guns guard them. And then have temples of weakness and fraud. Have temples of worshiping scum. Have temples of worshiping the destruction of men and women and children. And just temples to failure. Just where the weakest rule everything and just dominate anything beautiful and good. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good thing? I'm telling you, it'd be big. You could have whoever the top UFC person is, look up whoever the top heavyweight is right now, chained down in the middle of the octagon, and then have, like, people in tutus and stuff prance around like, with little tiny hatchets just hacking them in the head. I'm telling you, that would be the #1 sport for Trendies, because that's what they want. They want to chain America down, chain our families down, chain our industry down, chain our jobs down, and then just take their time prancing around all over us so Rachel Maddow can edit the video down. And Rachel Maddow can say, bisphenol A is good for you. Don't listen to Alex Jones. He's a homophobe. Drink your bisphenol A. Miscarriages are good. Oh, it's trendy. Oh, it's so trendy. Oh, it's so trendy. Alex Jones is deeply racist and behind the Boston bombing, deeply trendy. That's all they are, is a bunch of wimps who want to take the country over, who convinced us to stand down. Be friendly. Don't be racist. Let us take over your life and run your kids. Your kids belong to us, MSNBC. And we're supposed to go, oh, yes, here, I don't want to be racist. Run my life. And they're like, good. Forward riot police, set up the checkpoints, take their bank accounts, stand by, build the FEMA camp. Don't be racist now. Hands out. Let's put the handcuffs on. Get the hatchets ready. We've always hated you, and now it's our time to run everything. And if you don't let me do it, you're racist and bad and aren't an intellectual. We'll be right back with the planned implosion of the economy by design and the setups, and I'll let you have your money out of your bank account being announced. Many anthropologists and archaeologists believe that before man even discovered the power to harness and use fire, we were involved in agrarian activities. That is, taking the seeds of plants and then replanting them to produce more. The very foundation of our modern civilization and human culture is centered around the planting and cultivation of edible plants.
Here are some of the amazing deals at INFOWARS Seed Center at INFOWARSshop.com. The Survival Seed Vault by My Patriot Supply features only the finest survival heirloom seeds for a robust and hardy garden, even in the toughest times. We also have starter varieties of the deluxe seed packages for fruit, salad, salsa, peppers, medical herbs, and more. Go to the INFOWARS Seed Center at INFOWARSshop.com.
And remember, the revolution against tyranny is growing. Many anthropologists